just go live again. If I just click start streaming, I think. Let me make sure. Is it going? Okay, it actually is. Okay, so now I can send out a text to our subscribers.
Let's see. Were you using
ILX.
Yeah. Okay. Like crap. What the poop?
Leg cramp, you're just sitting.
Oh, thigh cramp.
Texas. I don't know. I gotta check and see if this is actually streaming properly on our website. And change the feed. Submit. Chat. Press play. Turn my volume off. Okay, everybody. We are here live in the Weather Center in the Hale Palace. We were live a little bit earlier as this weak storm moved through the Chicago area, and now we have a couple of other storms that are going up, both in the DFW region and up in Illinois. First one I'm going to go over is the storm that I was actually mapping before I handed the reins off to Heather behind me to map. We have this storm that went up and it just blasted this town of Canton, Illinois with a golf ball of 2-inch size hail, and now it looks like it is it's looking a little rough right now. It looks like it's heading in the general direction of Peoria, so we're going to watch that very carefully. This is a pretty densely populated area it's about to move into, and it's dropping pretty good size hail. Out elsewhere in Illinois, we have another storm down to the south here. It looks like it's starting to get itself together by Murrayville, and that may head in the that's in the general direction of Springfield. So we have a couple storms. These are going up, and this one went up very fast and got pretty intense. So I wouldn't be surprised if the storm further south in the Springfield area does the same. I'm going to move further to south here to the Dallas area, where we have a couple storms going on. We actually have a golf ball size hail in Claiborne right now, and that was one of the main reasons why we decided to go live. Hang on, guys. I have to actually bring up the radar file for the county for Claiborne here. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. I have to, we had a couple things change in our computer system, so I have to go through and make sure all the roads are there for you guys to see, and then we can keep going. So just give me 1 second. 251 open. All right. So right now in Claiborne, we got, let's say, golf ball size hail. Golf ball to baseball size hail reported near Wallace Hospital at Henderson and Highway 67 in Claiborne.
That is exactly where I was about to send a text for. That's
Bam.
Incredible.
There you go, Frank. Nailed it. I don't know where exactly that is because I can't see off here. Where's Highway 67? I believe it's probably this main highway.
It's like the
here.
southwest part of Cleveland.
Yeah, so Claiborne and what was it? And Henderson. So I'm trying to find it. So it's in this general area here. So we have up to baseball size hail falling right now in Claiborne, Texas. So let's see. Somebody are asking, is Dallas gonna get hit? Claiborne, Texas. Right
Southwest.
now, southwest of Dallas. So, those of you, you can ask questions. I feel like the chat may be ahead, or let's see, the video is probably behind the chat, so I'll try to answer both at the same time here. But anyway, so right now we have a storm moving through Claiborne, Texas, with golf ball to baseball size hail, and looks like this is basically going to traverse across the center of town here and is going to continue off to the east. So we were talking about this morning with the forecast. Storms were going to form, and when they went up, I said they could have up to tennis ball size hail and very large hail. Yeah, baseball size hail. There we go. Our subscribers just got a text of baseball size hail. Would not be shocked if we get a couple phone calls in here fairly soon. And so we have, again, up to baseball size hail. I said these storms would go up, and if they went up, they could have a lot of instability and a lot of chances to have really big hail, and that's exactly what happened here in Claiborne. Further to the north, we actually had some quarter size hail hit Frisco and over by Allen and Fairview and by McKinney. And this is actually an area that got pounded pretty hard at by that storm that moved through the Denton and Louisville area. So I guess this just adds another hail date for you guys looking for for more hail. And that was up to some isolated quarter size hail. Further to north, we have some storms that are way up by the Red River in southeastern Oklahoma. But this is the main storm here in Claiborne. I'm gonna look. We have another storm down to the south that looks like it's starting to get together, and that's over more off to the northeast of Austin, Texas. But right now, the main storm right now, we have a storm moving through Claiborne. We haven't had the radar update in a couple minutes now, but it looks like we're going to have up to baseball size hail moving straight through the middle of town. And so we sent out a text alert 4. It's right along, it's basically riding Highway 67, the main updraft area, if you will, and that's where the biggest hail is going to be. And that's moving right through the center of Claiborne, Texas right now. All right, so we got some visitors in the background here. We got Derik, and Derik's son is here today, so you see him running around in the background. Going on here. All right, we're going to check out some other areas. We're going to see what else is going on across the country here as we wait patiently for updates. We got more golf ball reports coming in up north in Illinois currently. And again, this is the storm that's heading towards Peoria. We have, let's bring this up here. Whoop, I'm a little too far south. Yeah, so this storm looks like it's still pretty much maintaining itself. Looks like it kind of cycled a little bit, and it's going to, looks like it's re-strengthening as it heads toward Peoria. It looks like the biggest hail may head eventually towards the south side of Peoria, by East Peoria, down by North Perkin, eventually down by North Pekin, and eventually Pekin. So we were going to be watching this very carefully as well. Again, this is golf ball, a 2-inch size hail, and this is in Illinois, so we're jumping back and forth here, a couple different places. 2 areas that we said that were going to be storms today, they are occurring right now. So we have, let's see, 0.75 hail came in on this storm, but I'm sure it's going to be way out here. The good hail is falling where this nickel report came in. The much bigger hail is falling right now. So this storm is moving generally off to the east-northeast, again, towards North Pekin, East Peoria, parts of the southern sides of Peoria. So then this is a pretty densely populated area as well in Illinois. So we are watching this very carefully as this storm continues to move to the east-northeast. We have other storms happening right now. We have storms trying to get themselves together to the southwest of Springfield, Illinois. And we're watching those carefully as well. In the Chicago area, a lot of pea-size hail, half-inch size hail, a lot of non-severe hail right now through these storms. We had one storm that had probably quarter to, what'd you say, Frank? $250 size hail that moved through the Monroe, Wisconsin area earlier, or just quarter size hail?
I had a small swath of ping pong balls because the CCs dropped pretty low at parts.
Okay, so up to ping pong ball size hail. We just had a report of some quarter size hail right at the Wisconsin Illinois border a couple minutes ago. So again, it looks like it's probably a lot of what was in Chicago earlier, pocket change size hail, and then up to some quarter size hail in the Chicago land area overall. But again, the biggest storm right now is heading right towards Peoria. Further down in the south, we're going to bring back up. All right, so we have another storm, another isolated storm way out here in pretty much middle of nowhere, Texas. This storm went severe. I'm sure it's dropping a decent sized hail over not much of anything, Texas. We have another storm down to the south and east of Temple that's starting to get itself together, basically on top of the radar for the Austin area. We have little showers trying to pop up down south by Austin. I don't know if those are really going to do anything right now, but we will keep an eye on them. And again, the main storm right now that we are talking about is the storm that moving through Claiborne right now. Claiborne's a decent little town here, and they're getting blasted with a golf ball up to some baseball size hail. We sent a text alert out for baseball size hail, and we got here. Oh, we got a pretty good video. If you can hear. Yeah, wow, man, that's some pretty big hail. Holy cow! So we got some big time hail going on. We'll probably have to send our text alert here in a second for this storm as it's continuing to move through Claiborne, and eventually probably the southern parts of Keene, Texas are probably going to see some smaller hail on the northern fringes of this storm. And the storm is continuing to move basically off to the east and now southeast here. Looks like it's doing a right turn, so eventually head towards this little town of Grandview. Now, in terms of the immediate metroplex, like people in Dallas itself and Fort Worth itself, it's raining in Fort Worth right now. I don't think Fort Worth is really going to see any big time storms. Northern area here by the Colony and Frisco and by McKinney, you had some isolated quarter-size hail that fell not too long ago. That has since ended, and otherwise things are pretty much just rain on the north sides of Dallas. Again, we mentioned earlier today the storms are going to form on Dallas, so they were either going to get going on top of the city or just to the south. And down here in Claiborne, this is where it just to the south occurred. You can see the hail marker never really got all that large, but we had up to baseball size hail fall. We will have the report has golf ball size hail that says golf ball to baseball size. So we actually had much larger than golf ball size hail fall in that report that's happening right now. Again, I'm jumping back and forth here, guys, just because we have a couple different things going on.
Yeah.
So
Golf ball to baseball size.
yeah, so we're going to continue this going here. Again, we have this storm. It's heading towards Peoria, and it looks like it cycled a little bit and it's re-strengthening now as it's heading towards Peoria and Pekin and then eventually Morton. This is a pretty densely populated area in central Illinois. I'm actually going to bring up another radar file here. So let's see, 179.
Interesting.
All right, bring up 179. Illinois. And there we go. All right, so you can see here now that I have all the roads together. We hit quite a few roads coming in. I bet in the Bellevue area, so in the far western reaches of the Peoria area, is probably seeing some hail now. Probably not quite severe level. The big stuff is off to your south and west still. But the storm is heading that general direction. It looks like it's re-strengthening. It looks like it's riding along some sort of outflow boundary that was set up from this morning's storm. So we're going to have to continue watching that because, again, there's lots of different cities in here that this storm can affect over the next couple of hours. Further to the south, checking out the area for down by Springfield, we're watching this storm as it continues to figure itself out over by Murrayville, and this is going to head in a general direction of Springfield, Illinois, eventually. But the main story, we have golf ball. Okay, so there's golf ball size hail all the way up into the Peoria area. So I'm actually going to take 1 second here, guys. I'm going to send a text alert out. Frank is working away pretty hard on the storm that's happening in the Claiborne area, and Heather is working on mapping the storm right now in the Peoria area. So it looks like the storm's actually dropping pretty large hail across the entirety of its southern boundary, which is pretty impressive. I'm a little surprised at how big it actually is. So right now, we're sending this report. The report that came in is looks like a mile north of the international airport in Peoria. So I probably would have sent a text for right around there. Otherwise, let's see. I'm going to kind of do an overview again as we're continuing. We've got more reports of hail coming in. We got somebody. There's always somebody that reports much smaller hail when really big hail comes in. You know, they probably just see the first hailstone that comes in and go, oh, there it is. That's how big the hail is going to be. Anyway, I'm going to take 1 second here. I'm going to send a text. It's probably going to be for this area in Bellevue here. where the biggest hail is currently falling. And this is for our subscribers of people who have the Illinois state plan or that or I probably it's included in the Chicago area. I'm not 100% certain though. Peoria, Illinois. They get these text alerts for a specific intersection when hail is happening. We pick them out. This isn't some automated thing going on. So let's see. I'm just gonna have to stop talking for a second because I cannot text. I can't type and talk at the same time. It starts to overlap a little bit, and that gets a little silly. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do South Main Street. And, and message. Alright guys, anyway, we're continuing. So we have golf ball size hail pretty much in this entire region here from, again, probably around the airport down through Norwood all the way down to where the hail marker is currently located at. This is all heading in the direction of Peoria, Illinois. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to jump over back to the Claiborne area. It looks like the storm has now passed. So we had, man, the thing is roaring though. It's definitely looking a lot better now as we're moving. All right, I'm gonna bring it down to 2 panels. I feel like this is a little easier for you guys to see. And continuing on here, so this biggest hail is south of Keene, Texas, and that is continuing to move. It's pretty much riding right along Farm Road 4 here, so it's gonna head in the jump direction of Grandview eventually. And again, this has a history of dropping up to baseball size hail right in Claiborne, Texas. Now, otherwise in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro, it's pretty quiet. It's just raining. Again, we are really emphasizing how storms are probably going to form over Dallas. So it's going to be really hard to pinpoint exactly where that was going to happen. It looks like Dallas proper right now, unless something forms the next 10-20 minutes, you're probably just going to see some rain. North side of the Metroplex, you guys saw some up to quarter size hail, for like McKinney and Frisco and down by Allen, Texas. And that's pretty much all you guys are going to see. The big show was down here south on its own in this happy little supercell, really going to town. That went to town right when it went through Claiborne, Texas. All right, yeah, there's a 2-inch report in whatchamacallit, Canton. Yeah, I mean that was pretty clear to see that was going to happen. So again, the main storm here is heading towards Peoria. We got again. It's warned for golf balls. It has a history of producing golf balls. It's currently dropping golf balls, and this is moving through moving right into Peoria, Illinois. Elsewhere, again, just doing a quick recap. Overall, we have storms trying to form all along this cold front in Texas here, so just south of San Angelo, little showers popping up. We got a little storm north of Brady, Texas. We have this other storm all on its own over by Cameron, which is southeast of Temple, Texas. We have a lot of little showers trying to pop up elsewhere across the entire warm sector here from San Antonio all the way up to Waco. So there's a lot of potential more things to happen, and we've had quite a bit going on pretty quickly all of a sudden here. We got a mesoscale discussion. We're pretty much talking about continuing the coverage for storms and storms continuing, whatnot. So yes, we have a pretty busy afternoon right now as we have cut storms in multiple areas. All right, okay. Looking here, we have definitely golf ball size hails now falling in Peoria, in western Peoria, and just by Bartonville as well. So pretty much extending from South Point Drive in Bartonville all the way up here to whatever the highway this is. It's up to Western Avenue in West Peoria, all dropping golf ball size hail right now. I'm actually going to send another text message out for that across the Peoria, Illinois area. So again, just give me a second, guys, while I prepare that for our subscribers. And let's see, Route 116. And Route 116. Whoops.
It's all the way up there. This Claiborne storm's probably pretty good because I just got surprised by where an intersection
Oh.
was.
Frank just got surprised by an intersection for where he. This is why we go and verify everything that we do, because weather is surprising, and no matter what we have, to always have. Sometimes storms will throw hail a lot further than we think it is. Streams all
Yeah.
flying.
That video that you saw on Twitter before, that was in the north side of Claiborne.
North side.
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right. Well, anyway, so, I think my stream went down for a second. Oh crap, did my stream go? Am I still here, guys? Okay, so we got the stream still. I think the stream is still up. I'm just gonna keep going. If not, it's probably just gonna catch up. So, you can enter things in the chat. But right now, I sent a tag for those of you just joining, where I'm covering right now the storms in Peoria. Is dropping golf ball size hail in West Peoria right now. I've sent 2 texts so far. It looks like it hit the airport. So PDR guys might like that because there's probably like enterprises and all that stuff nearby. And this is moving pretty much right into Peoria. So they're probably going to get blasted with golf ball size hail there very soon, if not already. Did we just get another report in? No, that's a report.
No, this is Claiborne,
All right, yeah.
Texas.
Okay, I'm going to jump back over to Texas now. I'm going to show you guys in Claiborne. Wow, man, this storm.
For that one. I was surprised by it. It was further north than I thought it would be.
So, it looks like this storm probably had, if I'm looking at it right now, probably had up to baseball size hail almost through the entirety of the town. Where was that intersection, Frank? Was it up?
That was
by
up on Route 71 by Grump's Burgers.
Crumpsburg, so 171?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's way up here. That's the north side of town.
by like 171 in Kilpatrick.
Yeah, so that's, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So it looks like this entire town got blasted with golf ball to baseball size hail. And now, we're moving to a more rural area, and the storm's starting to get a little less organized, which, in terms of for roofers, that was pretty good. Storm went up. It was kind of what I was saying. The possibility was today in the Dallas area. Storm's either going to form on Dallas or just south of Dallas. And if they went up, they had potential to be really good, and went up and dropped up to baseball size hail in Claiborne. Not too long ago. What time is it right now? So it's like 3:30, so about 20 minutes ago. And now that's moved through, and that is on hailtrace.com, and hopefully not still a 1-star map.
No, I'll
So,
probably bump it up.
Yeah, it's currently a 3-star map, and once we get the house count and everything, we'll further analyze what it's going to be. Probably a 3 to 4-star map. The whole town's got blasted, which puts it in favor of being a better storm. Now this storm right now, okay, so Peoria itself is getting hit pretty hard right now. I'm willing to bet that Bartonville, Illinois, is getting hit real hard with golf ball size hail right now, and West Peoria into downtown Peoria is getting up to golf ball size hail right now. Bring GR Earth back up to this area just so we can see any reports that pop in while I'm covering this storm as it continues to move through the region. Otherwise, again, for those of you who are in the Chicago area, we have a lot of thunder showers that are dropping primarily under quarter size hail. There's this one storm that had up to some quarters, so just pocket change variety style hail. The main event is further south in central Illinois, and that is in Peoria currently. And this will probably be a pretty good hailstorm. Pretty good map for us here at Hail Trace. So we have golf ball size hail currently falling as we are. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Oh wow, boy, we just got a nice radar update. Bartonville, you're getting blasted right now. Holy crap! Yeah, definitely probably quite a lot of golf ball size hail.
To Indiana. It'll probably go south
Oh,
side of
that's
Chicago into Indiana.
Yeah, so we have. Let's see, where is this thing moving anyway? So it's generally moving, once it gets through, it looks like it's making its right turn right now. So what happens when you have a big supercell thunderstorm is once it roots on the ground, instead of it moving northeastward, it'll stick itself down and start pulling itself to the right. So I think what's happening right now is it's doing that. It's kind of pull itself to the right, probably head eventually towards Washington and ride along Route 24 here. And that would bring it north of Bloomington and eventually by Pontiac, Illinois, and then continue eastward eventually to Indiana if it can hold itself together that long. So now we have more storms moving through. the Peoria area. Right here, I think I'm gonna send a text message just because Bartonville's getting blasted pretty hard, and this is all just part of the Peoria area. I'm pretty sure Bartonville's just like a neighborhood in Peoria, but either way, I'm sending another text out. We try to send them out every 10 minutes or so, as a storm is in a texting city, as we call them, and that's a town of 10,000 or more. That, whoops, man, I did that again. Once, Bartonville, Illinois, golf ball size hail. I think I'm just gonna put it right into. Of course, somebody said that they saw nickel size hail, which I think is a little silly. South Adams Ave. South Adams Ave, and what's this highway? Was this I-40, 74?
2-incher or golf ball?
I'm doing golf ball right now. Are you still live?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have any questions for me on Derik's live stream? We on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, yeah. So anybody on Facebook have any questions for me? Whether for
Anything coming towards Houston?
Houston, no,
not.
Rob's not.
Houston doesn't look too good. Somebody asked about Austin. Doesn't look great, but it's got a much better chance than
down
Houston.
here in Austin. I mean, there's little showers trying to pop up, but I think the cap is gonna hold on a little bit. But overall, the biggest storm in Texas was this one in Claiborne, and then, I don't know what this storm.
Collin County had some isolated pockets of quarters.
Yes.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, we're just kind of watching.
We've done
see
hell
what
up to
happens.
baseball size in the Claiborne area.
I've got a new warning
In
here
Dallas.
in Peoria. I'm assuming it's
Cook County,
so
Illinois.
they're saying ping
Nothing
pong
right
balls.
now, just some small hail. Nothing too crazy.
Yes, they're saying ping pong balls now.
The best storm is down by Peoria right
Yes,
now.
as in Peoria is dropping golf ball size hail across the west sides of town. There we go. This is what it looks like currently. So it's moving through. The best of it is definitely right now in this general area.
Those of you watching, this is a little bit different than most. Yeah, definitely wasn't that big in Plano.
Yeah, no, Plano was pretty tiny hail. All right, the storm might
some
be
peas
weakening.
probably, nickels maybe. Could get a nickel, Paul.
All right, I'm gonna bring this back down 2 panels, a little easier to see as we're heading towards East Peoria now. The storm may be weakening a little bit, but I think it's still doing its hail fallout over Peoria, probably over the downtown area. It's crossing.
Still live on yours too.
Yeah, crossing whatever river this is into East Peoria. I don't know Illinois geography too well, guys.
Yeah.
So if anyone's watching and are surprised
Yes.
by me, that's
Shell near
what's going on.
Peoria is correct.
Okay.
Nothing golf balls in Peoria currently.
Yes.
Peoria is in the process of being hit now, William.
Yes. Peoria is being hit as we're speaking.
So here's what we have going on right now. We have
Somebody-
John is doing
Okay,
our live
yeah.
feed. And so he's got radar. He's live on our website. You can actually see
Yes.
his radar.
You can see.
Yeah.
The
Kind of what
quality's
it
kind of
looks
garbage
like. You can
looking right
actually
now.
chat with him. So that's our live feed. You can log into our website to actually access that. Then we have Heather is actually keeping track of the storm in Peoria. And so she's tracking this one live right now in Peoria. You can see, this is actually where the storm is, what she's mapped. So if you're a subscriber, you can actually see that right now. Here it is on radar. And then we've got Frank is over here mapping the storms in Texas right now. And so he's got videos up, so he's basically pinging everything that he can down to the exact location, analyzing the storm 100% to make sure that it's as accurate as it possibly could be. And we can see he's got our map produced right there. Oklahoma we'll be looking at later this weekend.
Yeah, Oklahoma is probably gonna be pretty void of storms this week. All right. Anyway, so I was just having Derik talk a little bit since it gets kind of ridiculous when we have people talking over each other. But it looks like the storm is indeed taking its right turn. So it's moving probably due east through East Peoria currently, and I believe it's probably dropping ping pong to golf ball size hail. It doesn't look quite as good as it looked a little bit earlier. I mean, I haven't. probably should bring up Twitter. I'm gonna take up Twitter. I'm gonna try to start looking for some pictures since Frank and Heather are both pretty diligently working on the maps that are currently happening right now. So, Peoria, hell. I'll just bring up. Twitter is a pretty great thing to use here to find pictures and stuff. Let's see, anybody have pictures right now? No pictures yet. That's when the storm is currently moving through the area and it's also the middle of the workday. I'm not entirely surprised that there aren't a whole lot of pictures as of right now. I bet if I bring up from earlier this town of Canton, Illinois, they got blasted pretty hard. I bet I can find some pictures from there. We sent out texts up to 2-inch size hail happened there, and wow, holy cow, that was. So this is what you'd see in the Canton area. I'm going to bring it onto the screen for you guys. Very, very high volumes of hail. And high volumes of big hail too. There's a whole bunch of hail in there. Hail size ranging from quarter up to 2-inch size hail easily. So lots and lots. Not only is it a lot of hail, but it's a lot of big hail. So that's what happened in Canton. That's the type of hail that moved towards Peoria, and it's currently over Peoria. And I think it's over East Peoria right now. Up to golf ball size hail is falling with that. All right, we had a report of quarters that comment came in. Let's see, what is this? I just said in Peoria, of course. So it's probably I bet the quarter size hail that has fallen in the Peoria area is up in the northern sides here. So you see here by Peoria Heights where the returns aren't as strong. That's where the quarters are. The golf ball size hail looks like it made pretty much a beeline anywhere south of West Farmington Road, and then came through West Peoria and down probably where Martin Luther King Jr. Drive makes its little turn here with what's this? Yeah, makes its little turn here and then goes through downtown, and now we have the golf ball size hail continuing to move through East Peoria right now, and I'm going to send another text message out for that. Just 1 second, guys. Peoria, Illinois, and it's going to be on here late. And, keys have. Message sent. All right. So continuing here, it looks like the storm may be beginning to weaken as it's moving out here. We're gonna have to kind of watch this carefully. I think it looks like it might be kind of cycling as well. Possibly the storm behind it is gonna take over. We're gonna have to just watch and see what happens. But these storms don't have a whole lot to inhibit them, and they have this one has really been the star of the show so far in Illinois today. So we're going to watch this very carefully, but it has moved through Peoria already. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some pretty good hail reports come out of that once the storm completely passes. Again, checking out just Chicago area right now. We're watching it pretty carefully, but currently it looks like it's all sub-severe with just up to one little area of isolated quarter size hail, mostly pocket change size hail, so I have P to nickel size hail, and then occasional quarter size hail is possible. Further to the south, storms are still trying real hard to get itself together near the Springfield area. They actually moved the severe thunderstorm warning further south. And now down here in Texas, we have it says another storm looks like a storm's trying to pop up that may eventually head towards Waco and Austin. I don't see too much of just showers right now. I have this storm that continues to just more or less circle Cameron, Texas. And then the biggest storm that's happened so far today in terms of big hail is down here in Claiborne, where it looks like it's still dropping some pretty big hail, just out more rural areas of the DFW Metroplex. We had a little bit earlier, we had up to baseball size hail, and that moved through almost the whole town of Claiborne, so that's pretty impressive. But we're getting a phone call here. Is somebody available to answer it? Because if not, I can just have someone else answer the phone.
Yeah, have somebody else answer it.
Be nice. it's probably we're just gonna let that go for a minute, and then I'm gonna have Matt take the time to. I'm gonna mute my audio 1 second, guys. And I'm back, guys. Just had to give a call our office director Matt and say any phone calls that come in, he's gonna answer because we're all working pretty diligently here. So I don't want to really interrupt the stream too much. I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna look. All right, looks like the storm, as it's moving through Peoria, looks like it's kind of trying to recycle itself. So the large hail, I think, has kind of come down quite a bit. It was probably just dropping quarter-size hail right now as it's heading towards the eastern portions of East Peoria and heading towards Washington, Illinois. And of course now it's warned for golf balls again. So I think that's the newest warning. I'm trying to see which one it is. Yeah, so it's golf ball. Warned for golf balls again because I'm sure it dropped golf ball size hail in Peoria. I don't know why they warned it for ping pong balls initially, but these are questions that the National Weather Service employees can answer for me later. But so right now, I think currently the storm is is cycling. So I think the biggest hail is probably under golf ball size hail right now. It was golf ball size hail earlier when it was over Peoria, but now as it's heading towards Washington, it's probably just a $250 size hail, possibly up to some ping pong ball size hail if there's anything at the biggest. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's probably just $250. It may be cycling a little bit here. It might re-strengthen and continue itself as it heads towards the town of Eureka, Illinois. Further to the south, the storm continues to just try to organize itself as it heads towards Springfield. I'm not too sure why it hasn't really taken off, and I think by the time it gets to Springfield, it may not take off, but it's still in that Goldilocks zone where it can strengthen quite a bit and really pound the town if we're not if we don't aren't careful with that. So we're continuing to look elsewhere. Okay, yeah, there's a golf ball report that came in East Peoria just a moment ago. I was hoping to actually have an intersection. I was hoping it'd be the intersection where I sent a golf ball report, golf ball text for it to our subscribers. And I usually pat myself on the back a little bit when I nail it that way. Otherwise, storms are moving past Dallas now in the Texas area. So the main area of focus is definitely in Illinois, as we see here. I mean, the storm really it's still going to town here in Texas, but it's just kind of in a much more rural section of the far southern portions of the DFW Metroplex. Elsewhere, it looks like we have another storm trying to get itself together up by Farmersville, but again, that's getting to the point where we're getting a little further away from population here. This storm, little shower over Carrollton and Farmers Branch. It doesn't really look like it's going to organize itself to anything, and if it was going to do it, it would have had to have done it already. So I think and for those of you in Texas, Claiborne is the storm of the day. Moving forward here, we have the golf balls in East Peoria. which makes perfect sense. And I think, yeah, this storm is probably going to re-strengthen a little bit as we continue to move off to the east. Let's see if we got anything coming in Twitter. Just the reports. Come on, guys. Always sending me any pictures. But I will get that. We will go through our social media a little bit more, a little bit later. We'll definitely, we go through the news station, the news Facebook pages are very helpful. But right now we have a quarter-size hail moving into Washington, Illinois, which is to the east of the Peoria area. So it's just the eastern sections, I guess, of Peoria metro. And east of here, there isn't a whole lot. Chicago's up in here. So eventually this will head towards El Paso, little towns of El Paso, and eventually towards Pontiac. Bloomington's up to the north. And then we have this storm down by Springfield to our south, which may or may not be able to strengthen in the coming minutes here. So otherwise, that's pretty much it. What's happening now, we see the storm as it moved through Peoria and it continues to move off to the east. This will most likely be it's at least a 3-star map. It might be quite possibly a 4-star map once we get the house counts done and everything with this storm. So I mean, I know this town of Canton got absolutely blasted, so I think this will be a pretty good map. The storms that happened earlier today in Chicago are going to be part of this. It's all going to be just one big map that more or less encompasses Illinois today. So we will have that. That is currently available on hailtrace.com. You can watch Heather mapping it as it's happening. So, and any other future storms that happen in Illinois today will all be included in that map. Not too sure what it's named right now. I'm sure the name will change quite a few times as different areas get hit and everything. So just know that storm will be available, or that map is currently available on hailtrace.com, which is, if you're watching this video, where you currently are at. So if you want to see the map, then stop watching me pretty much. You go to so you see the Hail Trace logo at the top left hand corner, and you see all the little icons. You see a dashboard and map. If you click on the dashboard, it'll bring you back to the home page. You can see where the new maps are. You can see it there. And if you're already subscribed with us, you can go to map and you can search it through that as well. Going through the dashboard is probably the easiest way because you can just see the map, click on view, and you'll pop it right up for you. So that's for the Illinois storm and of course for the Claiborne, Texas storm as well. Okay guys, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break and I'll come back if anything is either imminently about to hit a large population center or I guess that's pretty much our recommendation, our requirements to go live. It's if something heads towards a large population center. So if this storm can get itself together as it heads towards Springfield, Illinois, I will be back. If any other storms form in Illinois, I'll be back. Or if any other storms form further south into Texas that actually moves through a populated area, there's potential this storm in Claiborne could continue moving east and eventually head toward Waxahachie quite a while from now. It's moving pretty slowly. But if any other storms form through the rest of the afternoon, evening, and into tonight, we will do live coverage. And of course, we will be mapping it regardless of if we're doing live coverage. So stick here with Hail Trace and we'll keep you guys up to date. I'm going to end the stream now and I'll see you guys a little bit later.